I went to the Dollar Tree so that I could try to find some things at a bargain price to fill my shelves a little bit.
Welcome to Ridgehaven Homestead. From the mountains of Upper East Tennessee, we share snippets of our off-grid life, cabin build, and garden blessings. Pour yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and take a peek into our off-grid home and family.
Hi friends, welcome back to Ridgehaven Homestead. This is Lori, and today we're talking about prepping the pantry, stocking our pantry, and I went to the Dollar Tree so that I could try to find some things at a bargain price to fill my shelves a little bit more. If we just do a little bit every week, then I think pretty soon over time we'll notice our shelves starting to be a little bit fuller, and so we don't have to have a lot of money to make preparations that will put food in our family's bellies, and everyone likes to eat. So let's see what I found for $25. Okay, I was mostly trying to focus on things that would be stable for a long period of time for storage so that we don't have to use them up right away. So the first thing that I got was this almond plant-based beverage. It's unsweetened. I didn't even look at the ingredients. It's basically almond milk, and it was $1.25. And then I also got an oat unsweetened milk. My husband likes the oat milk, and so I'm going to see if he likes this, and if he does, we may stock up a little bit more. It's always nice to have shelf-stable milks so that in a pinch we can use them, that they don't have to be refrigerated until they're open. They last a long time.
A note on the oat milk, we did not like it, so we will not buy that one again, even though it's shelf stable. Fail.
Another thing that I got, this is $1.25 for a 4-pack of applesauce. Now we do canned applesauce, and so I much rather have applesauce that I can, but sometimes to throw in a lunchbox, or if you want an individual portion, these are really handy. Just having a few of these on the shelf is kind of nice for grabbing in a pinch. If there was any kind of situation where you didn't have power, or you just need to store this for a long time, noodles are a good thing to have on your shelf. And it's kind of interesting because Dollar Tree is stocking 20-ounce packages of noodles. They had spaghetti, they had penne, they had the twirly little ones. I forgot what they're called. But then, so it's 20 ounces. You're getting actually a better deal than a lot of places. Most boxes of pasta that you get are 16 ounces. So having 20 ounces, it's just going to make you a bigger meal, and $1.25, it's not too bad. One thing that we have needed to restock on our shelves because our garden didn't do very well this year is tomatoes. So I hate the fact that I'm having to buy canned tomatoes, but here we are. So it looks like apparently I bought 2 cans of this. I'm not sure why I did. Okay. So these are fire roasted chipotle peppers in the tomatoes, and this is a 14.5 ounce can, so it's not quite 16 ounces. So this sounds like something that would be good in like a Spanish rice because it has the fire roasted peppers with it. I did get another kind of organic tomatoes. These are just regular diced tomatoes. They are organic, and so it pains me actually to pay $1.25 for a can of tomatoes. And so that is something I'm not going to be doing that much of. I will look at other places, but I did want to get a couple of those just to kind of store them away. All right, with the price of everything going up, even the price of pineapple is going up. And so this is sliced pineapple, and it is in pineapple juice. That's the kind that I like to get. They also had it in light syrup, which is basically a light sugar syrup, which I just didn't want. I really was preferring the natural pineapple juice. So I got one of those. One thing that I do like to get at the Dollar Tree is spices. So this is 2.5 ounces of garlic powder. I got several spices, and I plan to put these in a bucket and seal them up just for later because I have plenty of spices in my cabinet. And as long as I keep these away from sunlight and heat, I think they will last as long as I have them sealed up. And so when we think about storing food up, the basis of our food preparation is like beans and rice, and it sort of centers around that. And so you don't want to have bland beans. And so having spices really adds to it. So I got onion powder, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and I got some pumpkin pie spice, because pumpkin pie spice can be kind of expensive, but this was only $1.25. And so I thought, well, hey, it's pretty basic. Another thing that I am getting at the Dollar Tree is these stuffed olives. And this is a small jar, but it's better than the black olives. This is 7.7 ounces. It's just a small little jar of olives. Olives have gotten so expensive, I hardly buy olives at all anymore. I'm just too cheap for that. They did have this, which I thought was a pretty good deal. This is garlic in water, and this is 8 ounces of garlic, and it's just preserved in water. So once you open it, you can put it in the fridge, but until then, you can just keep it on the shelf. And so we really like garlic, and that's a pretty good deal, in my opinion. Okay, one thing I like to get from the Dollar Tree as far as food goes is their jam. This is raspberry preserves, and they also had strawberry preserves. So this is 1 pound, it's 16 ounces, and the ingredients are pretty clean. It's just sugar, raspberry, pectin, and citric acid. There's a lot of jellies that you can buy that have corn syrup in them, and I just prefer not to get the high fructose corn syrup. So I won't say that this is a steal of a deal, but it's not bad. It's $1.25. And so I feel like we make a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we always need more jelly on the shelf. And unless I'm making my own jelly, which is a good thing that I could be doing, then I would just like to buy a basic jelly. This was thinking about like in a no power situation. If we just needed something in a pinch, what would we want on the shelves? So this looked kind of good. It looked kind of clean, and I'm always looking for healthy choices. This is by Eat Regal Gourmet, and it's Spanish rice. It's 8.8 ounces, and it's actually already fully cooked, which is kind of weird. So it's squishy, and so this is not like a rice-a-roni that you're gonna mix and get a big pie. This is just a couple servings. It didn't have any animal products in it, and it didn't have anything that I didn't want to eat. And so they had this kind, and then they also had this cilantro and lime rice. Now, I'm not a fan of cilantro, but Greg and my boys like it, and so I thought, you know, in a pinch, if we need to, we could, like, somebody could grab this for a lunch. And the same with this, if like there was nothing that was fixed. But I'm thinking this more like if we aren't cooking, if we have a hard time cooking, or you could throw this in a backpack and you'd have a fully cooked meal. So I do like a little bit of ready-made stuff. Something else that I got, and this is a small bag. This is organic coconut flour. Coconut flour is pretty expensive, and coconut's really good for you. I don't know that it has very much protein. It has a little bit. But it's just something that I saw, and I thought I would play around with it to see how we like the coconut flour. I've gotten it before, and it seemed like it was rather granular, but this seems pretty fine. So I'm going to try to make biscuits with it. I've done that before, and they were a little crumbly, but I think it was because it was a little more coarse. I got a bag of old-fashioned oats. This is 16 ounces of non-GMO, 100% vegan oats. And so a pound of oats, it's not too bad for $1.25. I'm sure that I could find it probably better, but I just decided to grab this and tuck it away into the back of the pantry so that in a pinch, when my big canisters run out, if I need something, I can grab it. It's kind of all about having things tucked away for when you need them. Okay, and the last item that I got was this big 2-pound bag of brown rice. They also had white rice, 2 pounds for $1.25, and this is labeled non-GMO, and so I just decided to grab it. We use rice a lot. We can make rice puddings, we can make it with vegetables. Rice and beans pair well together, and then you have a complete protein. I like to have the brown rice because it has all the nutrients in it, but you could very easily just grab the white rice as well. There's one thing I did not grab at the Dollar Tree, and I almost grabbed it, and that is lentils, black beans, kidney beans, and there was another kind of beans that were dry beans. And I grabbed them, and I was like, okay, $1.25, that's not too bad. But then I was like, this is not a pound of beans. And sure enough, it wasn't. It was 12 ounces of beans. And so I thought, well, you have to really watch because I'm used to buying beans in a pound size, and so I thought $1.25 is not the best deal, but it's not terrible. I think with the prices they are these days, $1.25 isn't too bad, but for 12 ounces, I didn't think that was a good deal. These are things that are going to stock my pantry, and if I go regularly, like every week, or if I go to different stores and find the things that are good prices at those stores, then we'll just be adding to stores. This food we could eat off this for a couple days and do okay. So I think it's just keeping that planning mindset in our minds of, what can not only what do I need for today and this week, but what could I get and set aside for later that's a little bit surplus that I can pull from. And then we always have to think of switching things out because, things will go bad. You can't keep rice forever. You can't keep flour forever, but it's a good idea maybe repackaging it and putting it in something else that's airtight, and then it will last longer. The cans will last for a good long time. The jelly will last for a long time, and the spices, as long as they're in an airtight container, will last a long time. That just gets the ball rolling. I just needed to kind of get the ball rolling again in my pantry, because even though we had it stocked we have been eating from it and haven't been replenishing, and then it's going bare. So I have to start slowly adding to it rather than just keep taking away. Always consider the things that you like to eat. If you don't like to eat them, you're not going to eat them. Even in a pinch, and even in a bad situation, you're not going to enjoy it. So only buy the things that you would actually eat and that your family actually likes. Keep that in mind with all of your preparation. I hope that this has sparked some ideas in your mind. Let me know if you've seen things that you think I should know about and that other people should know about. And until next time, stay well, stay safe, and God bless you.